Hey everybody, this is Daniel. So I'm going to do my first Airsoft review. So first off, I just want to kind of point out or mention to people that for those who don't know me, um, or those that are watching this first review here for Airsoft, I'm a cosplayer. I'm a LARPer, live action role player. So these guns, just FYI, they don't get fielded at airsoft fields. They don't. So this isn't about airsoft performance. This isn't about BBs per second. This isn't about their reliability on the field. So I just want to get that out of the way. This is just purely from the point of view of someone like who's a role player who likes to have these type of airsoft movie realistic airsoft guns, and so that's what my review is going to be on. So a couple weeks back, or maybe about a week back or so, right around the not exactly Black Friday, a little bit before Black Friday. Actually, I should take this back. Maybe about a month or two ago, I finally went ahead and decided to order the Sand Viper. Now, the only ones that were really shipping out, the only ones that were domestically being sold, was this guy, the JAG Precision Sand Viper. So I bought it. I bought it from Airsoft GI, and they had the optic option. So what that did was they sold this gun, and then they included a Lancer Tactical optic, red dot optic, and it has the red dot optic plate on it. I liked it. However, one of the biggest complaints to me was, so what JAG Precision does is they do this very aggressive stippling, and it's under here too. So if you're not used to their stippling specific, this stuff can be kind of rough. It literally feels like holding a pumice stone. Like, it can get kind of rough. It kind of shocked me a bit. I took it out of the box, I held it, I was like, ugh. I almost immediately sent it back, but I decided, I'm going to try to work with it. I'm going to, keep holding it, just work on it, just get used to it. See if I can get used to it. Needless to say, I did. I also, to kind of wear it down a little bit, I rub it a little bit, like on my jeans. I rubbed it a bit on here, just to kind of mellow out this aggressive stippling. And over time, over the past month or so, it's less obtrusive. Still noticeable, less obtrusive. I ended up buying some magazines for it. Went to a nearby airsoft store. Got this little holster for it. And then skip to maybe about a week or so ago. Back up. So after I bought this, then I went ahead and I emailed Evike. So both of these pistols here, and I actually have a couple other ones, a couple other Terran Tactical airsoft guns. They're licensed through Evike. Well, there's two companies. Again, JAG Precision has a license for through Terran Tactical, and so does Evike or EMG. So if you buy their domestic or their in-house weapons, airsoft guns, their company is called EMG, Evike Manufacturing Group. A little funny aside, for those of you who follow my channel, see my videos, I am primarily a guitar collector, guitar reviewer, and in the guitar community, EMGs are active pickups. So the irony is in two different industries I collect, airsoft and guitars, there's a EMG. There's a company called EMG. Anyway, so both of these are EMG airsoft pistols. I was very used to the stippling. It's good. If your hands are sweaty, it'll stick. It'll work. If you've got gloves, it'll work, but it's not that aggressive. It's not that sharp. It's not that obtrusive. This one, Definitely is. But, so let me go to the upsides real quick. So, in some ways, it is a little more realistic to the Terran Tactical Gun, the JAG Precision. I think it's this, the extended mag release, and the smaller grip safety. Now, on these, for some reason, on these two EMG ones, they have the older type, the bigger grip safeties, which are actually not, not at all like the actual Terran Tactical model. The real life one is more like this. It's a slim down, shaved down grip safety. Now on these, they have the same button as this, but because they come out so far, this button comes out so far, what I usually do is, and I've done this on the Combat Master JW John Wick 3, I just unscrewed this, and I put the little topper, I put the topper in the, I put the topper back in the box, and I just leave them like this. This is good enough. The button's extended enough. It works for me. Now, one thing where two things where this isn't like the actual Terran Tactical gun is that this slide is actually, I think it's about like half an inch longer than this guy. Match them up approximately, yeah. This guy's about 5.4. So where EMG gets it really right is their barrel lengths. I think they're like 5.4, whereas this guy I think is probably about 5.5, maybe. And this one's correct. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm selling this one. Once I bought this one, once I got my hands on it, and this one I'm keeping. The EMG ones I'm keeping. This one I'm selling. And I'm going to tell you the main reason why. It is this stippling on this grip. Again, I've kind of worn it down a little bit, so it's a little bit more comfortable. So if you're used to JAG Precision TTI pistols and their stippling, you might think, oh, okay, this one's worn down a little bit. A little bit. It's just, I've got to where it's more comfortable. I can handle it, but I just like this way better. And real quick, the other thing whether it's not quite correct, in fact, they have a new model. They just released a new model, JAG Precision, that is more correct. Is this bronze color here? It's all one color. This one is more correct because you can kind of see. This one's a lighter one, more flat, dark earth, and this one's kind of more bronze. So on the actual real-life real steel version of the Sand Viper, it's the slide is a lighter bronze color than the frame is. This one, and but to be fair, JAG Precision just did come out with a version, they're calling it high grade, and it has a different colored slide on there. So, but if you don't care, if you just want this gun, maybe you've got your own red dot optic, I'm selling this plus two spare magazines I bought for this gun. I'll link my eBay listing in the description. So if you want it, go buy it. So this is the gun. And to be fair, compared to this one, and even compared to this EMG model that comes standard with, let's see here, comes stock with this is the one that is actually the correct magazine. So if you look at the real version, the real steel version, the Sand Viper and the Pit Viper here, sorry, throwing something away real quick, they both come with metallic magazines, like silver nickel magazines. But this one and this gun, they come with black magazines. Now on the Sand Viper here, it comes with a black, or it comes with this a matching base plate. Same with this one, but again, this one, which would still have the black base plate, it comes with a black magazine. So if you buy their magazines, EMG's magazines on Evike or even Red Wolf Airsoft, they've got the black ones, not the silver ones. So this is the only one that comes with the color correct one. So what else do we have here? Oh yeah, I want to go over magazine compatibility. So let's say you do let's just say that you do decide to be like one of the 99% people who buy these, and it's so you can not only be like John Wick, but that you can actually field these on your local airsoft field. Let me kind of go over magazine compatibility. And again, reminder, I'm not an actual player, so when I'm talking about compatibility, I'm just talking about how do these magazines seat in the guns themselves. I would, obviously, before you take it out to the field, test every one of your magazines. If you have, say, this Sand Viper, the JAG Precision, but maybe you have the EMG Pit Viper, and you want to see if these magazines fit, obviously test them first, put some green gas in them, put some BBs, and then test it. Obviously test it before you go to field, before you field it, or else you might have some problems. So in playing around with these, what I found is that the Pit Viper and the Sand Viper both will take the JAG Precision magazines. Try and do this one-handed here. See, yep, does it holds them comfortably. This one is another magazine I bought, but I'm going to keep it for myself. This is an Echo 1, so also JAG Precision, so this is linked with JAG Precision. This magazine, and it fits perfectly in this gun, in the Terran Tactical, or the EMG Pit Viper. So this model here, if you can't tell, it's the full auto one. So in this, I think it's semi. When you do this, it's full auto. So for that reason, I got this magazine, and from Red Wolf Airsoft, I think I bought their last one. I don't know if they've restocked them, but this actually goes to the EMG Alpha TTI airsoft pistol, which also has not, as of today, November 28th, 2023, has not been released. So maybe they'll release that one. But this is the magazine for that. This, since it's EMG, it fits in both this gun and this gun. But this guy is the JAG Precision one. It fits comfortably in the Pit Viper, no problem. In the Sand Viper, this one struggles a little bit. It will push this, you can kind of see it, it kind of pushes this one up. You kind of have to push it in a little bit harder, and then when I try to eject, oh, well, see, it did nicely there, but sometimes I have to shake it or yank it out. So, for whatever reason, this magazine by Echo 1, which Echo 1 and JAG Precision are made by the same company, so like this one is made for this guy here, basically, like that. Fits in this guy. It may or may not fully fit in here. It just has a problem when you try to release the mag, somewhat. But all the other EMG, TTI mags, STI, the 2011 mags will fit in here fine. I've got a bunch of different ones. Again, this is the JAG Precision Echo 1 Sand Viper. Okay, see, that mag fits in this EMG gun. The only one that gets a little huffy is this guy. However, in this guy, the TTI mags have a hard time seating well. What ends up happening, so it fits in, it will click, it gets a little tight. I'm not sure if this means that they won't fire, or if it just means it's, you know, or if it just means it's you're not going to be able to do those quick John Wick style mag tosses, mag dumps. Like, you're going to actually have to pull it out or shake it out, which if you're in the middle of a battle, airsoft battle, and you're firing, and this gun and it locks back and you're struggling with it, you may not want that. So that's just a bit of a heads up. I just wanted to give everyone a heads up in case someone is like me and you bought them all. So the EMGs will take these JAG Precision Echo 1 magazines. This guy, technically he'll take the EMG mags, but it's a little iffy. Test them first. See if it actually fires. That's the best advice I can give you. So, the only complaints I have, I'm going to give you 2 complaints with this. It is, and the same thing for this guy here, it's going to be the grips, the grip safeties, which just are not the right ones. Which kind of surprises me, only because, so, one of my first EMG airsoft pistols is another 2011. It was one of the SAIs. It's one of the SAI 2011 guys. I bought it used on eBay, and it has a lower grip safety spur. So, like, it doesn't have this one jutting out. It has a thinner one. It looks very similar to this. So, I don't know why they didn't use that grip safety for these 2 guns to be more accurate. But that's that. Now, I'm not going to take it off and show you, but so when I got this, so when you buy this on eBike, it'll come with a little cover on it, an individual cover, and then it comes with this little red dot mounting plate. So one of the problems I had was and it comes with 2 extra screws with the mounting plate. So for obvious reasons. So, like, you take off the cover, the dust cover on here, which that alone was a bit of a chore, and then you put this guy on, and then when you put this guy on, so when I put that guy on, the plate on, it stripped the screw and kind of broke a little piece, like or the housing, the hole housing, the screw thread housing on the top slide here. Now, the good news was, I mean, I was about ready to contact eBike and send it back immediately for a replacement, but I looked through the little box, like my Lancer Tactical red dot box, and my little SOTAC. So this is not actual Trijicon. This is a Chinese copy. It's not made in the U.S. It's a Chinese copy. You can buy these on Amazon. You can buy them on eBay and stuff. You know, you can get them relatively cheap. Anyway, I started looking around for extra, if there were smaller screws, and luckily I had a bunch of extra screws for the red dots. So again, just to kind of summarize, using their screws, their Allen wrenches that they included in this gun, it stripped the back screw and the screw hole. So I had to use a smaller screw from another red dot, from a different red dot box, or the red dot box for this. And I used a smaller screw to anchor it down. Now, the good thing is that worked. Luckily that worked. This plate is locked down. It's not going to wiggle around. Did lock it down. And then the only other complaint, but it's a complaint with both of these, is that these red dot optic mounts sit way too high. So if you've watched Terran Tactical and his channel, and you've seen him use the real Trishicon SROs, there should not be this gap. This should rest in here, and you know, this part rests up against the slide. In both of these, for some reason they use these really thick mounting plates. I wish that they would make them thinner, so at least there would be less space if you want to use this optic. Now, on Red Wolf Airsoft, which is I think a Chinese or Japanese, an Asian retailer, basically, they have, I think, either this one or this one that doesn't have the plate, but it had the little, basically, it had two little posts, and you would mount these in the posts, and then you would use the screws to attach it into those posts. So they made those models. They no longer make them, though. So, again, I can't remember if it was these guys, if it was EMG that made them, or if it was JAG Precision that made them, but they made them. They made them where you didn't have to use the red dot optic plate. You could just put the mount, the SRO mount in there and have it sit flush rather than pop it up here. So that's my other complaint. But again, like that's the same for this one as it is for this one. And the only models of the Sand Viper they're selling are these, with these thick red dot optic mounts. To each their own. I mean, it's not a deal breaker. Again, like that's fine, but yeah, I wish it didn't have that big gap. So anyway, so at the end of it all, I decided that I'm going to go with this one. And I have to admit, a majority of it is the grip. It's the grip, it's the stippling. To me, this one looks a little bit more, other than the safety, it looks a little bit more realistic to the real steel version. I just like it handling better. I like that it's an inch shorter, looks more scaled to me. Yeah, it's just, again, this is a good gun. It's fun, but you know, it's just the stippling on this grip is just a bit harsh for me. I don't prefer it. Unfortunately, this means that this would probably be my last JAG Precision TTI airsoft gun. Because if they're going to keep going with this stippling here and here, I'm not okay with that. Again, I've kind of worked it to where I can comfortably hold it, but you know, it's just so much nicer. It's night and day. It's way better. Like I said, this is like holding a pumice stone or, you know, sandpaper. Like the harshest sandpaper you could ever find, putting it on an airsoft pistol and saying, here, you know, give this to a kid, give this to a teenager, and have them run with it. Yep, nope, I'm good. So I'm going to be sticking with EMGs for the EMG TTI airsofts. Like everybody else, I'm a big John Wick fan, so that's what got me into these. I have the TTI Combat Master Glocks, the ones from John Wick 2. I have the John Wick, again, also EMG, the John Wick Combat Master number 3 from John Wick 3. See if I can find it real quick. Yep, here it is, right here. Yep. I've got the airsoft rifle from John Wick, again from John Wick 2, the EMG. Even got the TTI mags. I've got a bunch of airsoft pistols, and I've gone crazy on buying these little TTI licensed airsoft mag bases. They don't really do anything. They just kind of look cool. They're kind of for decoration. I've got these for these. I got them for some of the 2011 magazine bases. I've got them for some of my airsoft Glocks. So kind of cool. But yeah, so if you ask me, oh yeah, here, let me prove the point of how, like, look at my blanket. Like, this is not from a cat. Like, this scratching here, actually, this is from the first video, the first version of this video where I took it and I kind of took the gun like this. This is all from this gun. The handle. In fact, in the first video, there were little bits of me pulling the lint, pulling some of this off the pistol. Like, you can hear it. Like, it's sticking to it. I'm kind of done with that. I'm just really done with that. So, if you asked me, you said, hey, Daniel, which one should I get? Should I get the JAG Precision or should I get the EMG? 100% go with the EMG. Unless you like having a sandpaper air pistol. Or pumice stone air pistol. Like, I can't do it. That grip is just too rough. Even with me working on this grip, it's just, nope. Yeah, this is like, yeah, this is very uncomfortable. This is like night and day better. Like, it's still there, it's aggressive, but it's not painful. This feels fine. This feels like, it feels like an airsoft gun. It feels like, you know, like it should. Like, this is what I expect in an airsoft gun. I don't want stippling that causes me pain or kind of shocks me. You know, takes me out of the role play headspace. Nope. So anyway, that's my long review for this. Truly enjoyed it. Try this gun. This gun's going to be joining my John Wick Airsoft collection permanently. This one, like I said, I'm going to sell this. I'm selling this on eBay with 2 extra magazines, so you get 3 magazines total. So I'm selling this one. I'll include the listing in the description. If you want it, bid on it. Maybe you're a maybe you when you go field these, you have you have gloves and stuff. You play with gloves, and then this doesn't bother you. Perfect. But for me, I don't play airsoft. I don't play with gloves. So just having this is so much better. So anyway, thank you. If you have any questions that aren't about the actual performance of the gun, like the FPS or the, jams or anything like that, let me know. The one other positive I'll say real quick on this gun is that it's buttery smooth on the slide. It's just no problem. And the trigger is, I have to admit, the trigger is real nice. This guy's nice. It's really nice. But there is a little more resistance on this slide than there is on this. Now, it could be my gun specific, so don't think that that's necessarily a factory setting. That could just be, the way it was getting to me. So, who knows? But, like I said, this one's staying. This one's going to go. All right. Thank you.